Hello and welcome. My name is Deb. Thank you for joining me in this little series on coping with transitions. It has been a time. we've had we've had a lot to cope with in the last few years, and we're not through it yet. We still have a pandemic, we still have climate change issues, we still have wars going on, we have pressure to choose sides. We don't know whether we should be wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. Do I go to an event? Do I plan a party? There's a lot of uncertainty. And so over the next 6 weeks, I wanted to share with you some of my ideas and my experiences on how we can move through transitions with a little bit more ease and grace. Today is September the 8th, and we are moving towards fall, autumn. The season change is just a couple of weeks away. It is a time when some of you are going back to school, some of you are going back to work, some of you are wanting to go back to routine. And it's really hard to find a routine when you don't have the usual anchors that you're used to having in your life. Today I want to share with you a couple of practices that you can use that I have found useful and that a lot of my coaching clients have also found very useful. Just a way to help you come back to yourself and to start to manage some of the anxiety, some of the stress that you might be feeling when everything is really up in the air, when there's so much uncertainty in so many areas of our life. So the first thing I want to invite you to do, we're going to do a grounding exercise. And this is a very simple exercise. You can do this anywhere that you are at any time. Right now, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes or look down to the floor. And if your feet are on the floor, great. If your feet are not on the floor, see if you can get them on the floor. And if not, just notice the parts of your body that are connected to the chair, to the whatever you're sitting on or resting against, and allow your attention to start to drop down into the lower part of your body. So closing your eyes, begin to feel your feet or the lower part of your body connecting to the floor or to the earth. Allow your attention to drop down. Allow the shoulders to relax. And begin to feel your feet on the floor. Add a bit of pressure, feeling the toes gently pressing into the earth. Feel the heels of the feet pressing gently into the earth. Just allow your attention to rest in your feet. Let your breath be soft and natural. Let your feet be relaxed, so you don't need to put a lot of pressure. And just feel the connection with the surface beneath you. And now imagine that there are roots, like the roots of a tree, growing from the bottom of your feet. Feel those roots spreading, moving down into the earth. Just notice the sensations of the solidness, the connectedness of the roots. Feel the sensations of your feet on the floor. And taking one more breath here, you can gently open your eyes. And notice what it feels like to be feeling your feet. Notice the sensations in your body. And as I share the next practice with you, see if you can keep your feet connected to the floor. See if you can feel into your feet as I'm talking. So the second practice that I want to share with you is the practice of getting really clear about what's important to you. What are your values? What are the things that if I were to look at your life or have a little snapshot into one of your days, could I tell what it is that is most important to you by the actions and the activities that you're participating in? The more that we can know what our values are, the more clarity we have around the decisions that we need to make and about what is actually right for us, instead of looking for the instructions from external sources, instead of looking to other people or authorities to tell us what we need to do or what's right for us. When we can start to come back to our values and what's really truly important for us, then things get much clearer. What are your top 5 to 10 values? What are the things that are most important to you? If you have a piece of paper and a pen, something that you can write on and write with, stop for a moment right now and just make a list. Is it connection? Is it community? Maybe it's teaching. Maybe it's nature. Maybe it's the environment. Maybe it's family. Beauty. Creative expression. What are the things that are most important to you? And how often do you do those things? How often do you give attention and energy to those things? Take a moment right now and jot down a few of the things that are really, really important to you in your life. I'll wait. Once you have a list, choose 3 to 5 that would be the top of your list, the most important of the important. Write them out onto some paper, onto a Post-it note. Get an erasable marker, write them on your bathroom mirror or your bedroom mirror. Put them in a place where you can see them daily. And this is important because when life is uncertain, when we move into a place of anxiety and stress, these things are not top of mind. And so when you can have a visual reminder in your environment, you'll spot it, and that will help to bring you back into the present moment and help you to come back to what's really important. When we're anxious, a lot of that is about trying to control the future. We don't have any control over the future, or we have very little control. And so when we can come back into the present moment and realize that generally things are okay right in this moment, it makes it easier for us to manage through the transitions. So post the values somewhere that you can see them and review them every day. And see if you can start to orient around those values a little bit more. Can you make sure that those are a significant part of your day? And the more that you can do that, the more you can come into a place of calm, the more you can come into a place of certainty. And the more you'll be able to move through the transition time a little bit more joyfully. And if not joyfully, then at least with a little bit more ease. These are the two practices that I wanted to share with you today. Feeling your feet and knowing what your values are. I invite you to practice these over the next week. And I will be back again on next Thursday to share some more tools and ideas with you that you can use to help you through this transitional time. If you want to go into a deeper and more exploratory level on some of the things that I'm sharing, I will be doing more of this in my Way of the Happy Woman retreat, which is coming up on October the 15th. And registration is now open for that. So if you would like to get more information about that or register for that, you can go to Way of the Happy Woman. Nope, that's not right. You can go to happywoman.ca. Sorry, happywoman.ca, and there's more information there. So until next week, try these practices, be well, and I look forward to seeing you next week.